you ever thought that you should maybe read more classics, but you just don't exactly know where to begin, or you just can't muster up the willpower to get started? You just think, oh, it's going to be such a drudgery. It's going to take me forever to get through it. But let me tell you, if that is you and you would like to begin a journey of reading classics, the book I'm going to share with you today is a great place to start. The book itself is pretty short. It's about 160 or so pages, and the chapters are short, making it easy to put down and pick back up. But that's really not an issue because it is such an enjoyable read. You know, we tend to think of classics not necessarily as just page turners, but this one is one. It's one that is, you want to just kind of keep reading. In fact, I chose this book because I knew that I was running out of time. I got started late this week. I did not even begin this book until Thursday, and it is now Saturday morning, and I have already finished it. And I don't just sit around reading all day, just kind of in my free time, as you know, I have a real job. So anyway, I'd like to recommend this book to you, O Pioneers by Willa Cather. I read this book, or it's been kind of on my reading list for some time, because I, several years ago, read My Antonia by the same author, and I loved that book. But honestly, I think I really like this one even better. It is the story of Alexandra Bergson, who is a young Swedish immigrant girl who, she and her family migrate to the Nebraska prairie land around the turn of the 20th century. And as her father is passing away, he calls his children to them. There are 4 of them. She is the only daughter, and he leaves the land to all of his children, but he says, I want Alexandra to be the one who makes the decisions. I want her to call the shots for the land. He had spent his life, he had poured his life into caring for the land and trying to bring it to fruitfulness, and he knew that she loved the land as well, that she was smart, she was sharp, and that she was strong-willed and would carry that vision forward. And he was not wrong. She poured herself into transforming the land and to just bringing prosperity to her and her family, and she loved the land, but maybe even at a sacrifice to herself. And those are some questions I won't answer for you. I'll ask a few, such as, like, you know, was her desire to stay on the land and to work the land, did that prohibit her from having love, the fact that she was never willing to leave? What about the relationship that she would have with her family, particularly her brothers, who probably felt like they should have been the ones to make the calls and didn't quite love the land like she did? So what did her relationship become with like them? And just out there, who would be her companion as she lived and worked out there in this lonely place? So this is a book that has stories of love in it, stories of loss, tragedy. It is historical fiction. It was first published in 1913, making it a modern classic. And for lack of a better word, I guess you would say it's kind of a geographical historical geography. I don't know what you would call it, because it really is about places. It's about the connectedness that people have with their place. Some call it a work of feminism, I guess because your strongest characters in it are women. But all of these making this a very compelling read. I think the technical definition of a classic has to do with how long it has been in publication. But I always think you know a classic when you read it, regardless of how long it's been in publication, because sometimes you can read a book that is fairly new, but you know it's going to stand the test of time. And maybe that takes reading them a lot of times, and you begin to see that this is a good book. It's a great book. And this is one of those. My goal in 2025 was to read a book every single week and to post a video about it. So I have read a number of books. Some of them are classics, some of them are not. But if you're interested in reading another classic, here's another one that I'll leave linked for you that I think is really good. And if neither one of those books are ones you want to read, I have such a busy week this week, and I have found another short classic that I plan to read this week and share next Sunday. So I hope to see you back. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. I would love to see you in future videos. Thank you for watching this one and sharing your time with me, and I hope you have a great week.